heading out to Pappy's farm today. It's actually Lindsay's dad's. Kids call him Pappy. We're gonna go pick up a door to finish out a room remodel type thing I started about a year ago. But anyway, I thought this would be a great time to talk about, like in the last video I was talking about calorie counts and that sort of thing, so I was going to talk about my diet. Been on it since probably September. Let me go back. Middle of August, toward the end of August, I went to the doctor for a physical because I just haven't had one in my adult life, and I figured it was time, and I was feeling pretty unhealthy. Turns out I had high cholesterol, and so they gave me the option of either trying to change my diet or putting me on medication, and I'm not a big fan of medication, so I tried the diet thing, and it's worked out pretty well so far. In the first 3 months I was working a lot out of town, and there was just no access to healthy food. I still managed to lose about 10 or 15 pounds, but my cholesterol was still higher than it needs to be. Now, where I'm at now, this is middle of January, and I've been working at it since probably the beginning of September. I've lost, as of this morning, about 28 pounds. And it's worked out pretty well. I'm feeling a lot better. I can tie my shoes without, having to come up for air, and I just feel all around better. So the diet that I've been working with, it's no particular diet. It's just something that I kind of came up with, and it was all looking at the cholesterol number. Before, the only numbers I was worried about was like calories, or the sugars or carbohydrates. I tried to limit those and manipulate those in my diet to lose weight, and I could never stay on a diet for more than a couple weeks. A month was probably the most I'd ever been on a diet. Just couldn't do it. With this one, I just said, hey, my cholesterol's high. I'm just, everything else is pretty normal. I'm just going to worry about that number. So every piece of food I pick up or packaging, I look at the cholesterol first, and sometimes that's all I look at. I try to get that number as low as possible in everything I eat, and so far I've lost a ton of weight, and it's not been very hard. I'm kind of on a restrictive diet. In the mornings, I'll either have oatmeal, just plain one packet of oatmeal, usually maple and brown sugar, with water, no butter, no nothing, just microwave it and go. Either that, or I'll have a granola bar, and that's it for breakfast. For lunch, for a while I was doing salads, grilled chicken salad, no cheese. I was using light Italian dressing. It was a pretty big salad, but it was all just grilled chicken was the unhealthiest thing on it. And for dinner, I just eat whatever, just whatever the wife made or whatever comes along down the pipe is what I'll eat. Even if it's McDonald's or whatever. And for snacking, if I get hungry in between, I'll eat another granola bar or a rice cake, a brown rice cake or something like that. And my logic in this is, if I, eat real healthy the first 2 meals, I'm probably only taking in, calorie-wise, probably 500 calories, if that. So that means I've got, 1,500 calories to play with for dinner. I can really go all out. And the added bonus of that is that I have something to look forward to all day. Most diets, they say, eat a big breakfast and then kind of starve yourself the rest of the day. That didn't work for me, because once I eat a crappy meal, I want to keep eating crappy the whole day. And so if I eat crappy in the morning, then I want a snack for lunch, and it's it snowballs out of control. If I eat healthy the first 2 meals, then I can just go nuts on the last meal, and I'm still with under the 2,000 calories that's recommended. And all, you know, all numbers, I'm still under because I didn't pig out the beginning of the day. And I always have dinner to look forward to, so even if I'm starving in the middle of the day, I think, you know, hey, tonight I got this, you know, big old plate of spaghetti waiting on me, you know, and it ain't so bad, you know, I can just move on with my day. And that's the other hard part. I mean, because I am an overeater. I like to eat until I'm just nauseous. I don't know why. It's disgusting, but I can't help it. It tastes good, it feels good, and I just want to keep doing it. So, what I've had to do is this diet is like an hour by or minute by minute thing. I mean, it's not just a daily thing, it's a minute by minute talking yourself out of bad decisions. And I had to talk myself into thinking, you know, it's okay not to be completely full. It's okay to eat a little bit and still be a little bit hungry. And it's okay to not eat when you are hungry. It's okay to starve a little bit, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's just mild discomfort. You know, life goes on, but it's such a psychological battle. And I have to fight and fight and fight every day, every meal, all the time, to not just shove my face full of garbage. And it's so hard, and some days I lose big time. Yesterday was a good example. I ate like a cheeseburger from McDonald's for lunch. And I thought, you know, okay, I'm eating this crappy meal in the middle of the day. I'll eat healthy the rest of the night. And it was nothing like that. I was eating candy and junk and snacking. I just could not get my mouth full enough of food. And that just reinforces what I said before, that, you know, I got to have that meal at the end of the day and fill up, and then, you know, so I can go to bed and not think about it anymore. And it's worked so far. 28 pounds down. This is January. I started in September, so it's not too bad. It's doing pretty good in my book, especially for me. I've never lost more than 8 or 10 pounds on a diet ever for any reason. Right now, I'm the lightest I've been since probably 2009, and this is 2016. When I started my job with the restaurant stuff, I had access to all that food, and I added it up, and I've gained half a pound every month since I've been there. And it was going to keep going until I eventually died. I was going to be a pretty rotund fella. And all my coworkers are the same. You know, we all do maintenance in different parts of Kentucky, and all of us are battling it constantly, because it's just, you know, we get food at a discount. So it doesn't make sense to go somewhere else and buy food or buy healthy food, because you're costing yourself and your family money to go buy somewhere else for full price. But you have to think about your health, and you have to think about your family needing you out there. You know, they need that role model, they need the support, so you need to eat and think healthy. But anyway, so 28 pounds down. My goal weight was going to be 164 for my height and weight. That was going to get me just under obese. That's where I wanted to be. I wanted to be normal weight. That's the very last number you can be, and be normal weight. And I just wanted to be normal weight for once in my adult life, even if it's just for a fleeting moment. I'm going to try to keep this up, but I wanted to, you know, at least once be considered a healthy adult male. Since then, I've decided I want to change it to 160, you know, 4 pounds less, just because that's a good round number, just because I'm being weird. That gives me a couple pounds to play with, so I can notice I'm gaining weight before I'm overweight. So that's my new goal. So what is that, 22 pounds? Yeah, I gotta lose 22 more pounds. So as far as exercise, I've done it very sporadically. Sometimes I'll go out for a walk. I'll walk about a mile. Sometimes I'll throw a little running in there. Not often. It's been pretty cold, so I haven't been out there as much as I've been using that as an excuse. About every other day, I'll get down and do some push-ups, sit-ups, that sort of thing. I absolutely hate them. But once you do a couple push-ups or whatever, it's easier to do a couple more and do your sit-ups. Once you get the ball rolling, it ain't so bad to go and finish off the other stuff. I did some push-ups and pull-ups this morning. I probably burned a half a calorie, but it feels good and I feel healthier for having done it. So I don't even know if I'm in frame. Maybe I need to hold it way out here. I don't know. I'll figure this whole filming thing out. If you're still with me, congratulations. God bless your heart. I'm using a piece of iron pipe with a screw screwed through it as my little selfie stick right now. I'll do some more video on it, trying to explain this little steady cam thing. I made it a couple of years ago, and yeah, I'll tell that story then. But anyway, we're heading to Pappy's. Hopefully there's some animals up there so the kids can see them. I'm driving my truck, so I don't got nobody with me, but they're in the car ahead of me, and we're gonna go see the kids, or go see the animals. Hopefully, I don't know. Anyway, I'm out.